The bear turned and vanished into the trees, but not before guiding its rescuer to a hidden cave. He stepped inside, heart pounding with curiosity and wonder. What he found left him frozen in disbelief. Nothing could have prepared him for what lay beyond the shadows. On a chilly autumn morning in 1895, in a quiet town nestled in the heart of Colorado, lived a man named Thomas Grayson. He led a simple life, yet it was filled with adventure. Thomas was a treasure hunter, dedicating his days to uncovering secrets buried deep within remote forests. His modest cabin sat at the edge of the towering Rocky Mountains, and from there, he often ventured out on long, daring expeditions, guided by an old, weathered map left behind by his father. According to the stories his father once told, the map pointed the way to an ancient treasure that very few knew even existed. One early morning, with a backpack slung over his shoulder and an old compass in hand, Thomas stepped into the dense wilderness. He journeyed deeper and deeper, where the forest grew thick, and the sunlight barely pierced through the heavy canopy of leaves. Days passed as he hiked through thorn-covered trails, scaled steep cliffs, and crossed ice-cold mountain streams. But Thomas never lost heart. His unshakable belief that the treasure was hidden somewhere in those woods kept him moving forward. One afternoon, as dusk began to fall, Thomas suddenly heard a strange sound in the distance, something like a growl and a faint moan. Curious and a little wary, he slowly followed the sound and discovered a large bear trapped in a hunter's iron trap. The bear looked exhausted, its eyes filled with pain, and its legs were tightly clamped in the iron trap, making it unable to move. Thomas stood still, thinking. He knew that freeing a wild bear could be very dangerous, but his compassion overcame his fear. With utmost caution, Thomas approached the bear, speaking soft words of comfort as if the bear could understand. After a while, he used his small axe to break the trap, and it took a lot of effort to free the giant animal. When the trap was removed, the bear took a few steps back, looked at him for a long time with a mix of gratitude and wariness, and then slowly disappeared into the dense forest. Thomas did not think much of it and continued his journey to find the treasure. A few days later, when he was setting up camp near a stream, a familiar figure appeared at the edge of the forest. It was the bear whose life he had saved. But this time, it did not appear frightened or aggressive. Instead, it stood still, stared at him, then suddenly turned and walked away, occasionally looking back as if to lead him along. Driven by curiosity and a strange feeling that the bear was trying to show him the way, Thomas decided to follow it. The bear led him through narrow paths, steep rocky hills, and finally stopped in front of a large cave hidden by dense bushes. It stood still at the entrance of the cave, turned to look at Thomas one last time, and slowly left, leaving him alone with amazement and excitement. Thomas carefully entered the cave, using a small torch to light the way. What Thomas saw took his breath away. Inside the cave lay a massive trove of treasure, gold bars that shimmered in the torchlight, sparkling jewels, and carefully arranged antiques that seemed untouched by time. He stood frozen, overwhelmed by the sight. It was hard to believe that an act of compassion, freeing a wounded bear, had led him to such an incredible reward. But Thomas didn't let greed take over. He took only what he needed, just enough gold to live a peaceful, worry-free life. The rest he left untouched, a silent offering to nature and a gift for future souls brave and kind enough to find it. Word of Thomas Grayson and the mysterious bear spread quickly through the region, growing into a legend passed down through generations. But this wasn't just a tale about treasure. It became a timeless reminder that kindness matters, that compassion has power, and that somehow the universe always finds a way to return what we give. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.